Hello everyone! Welcome po ulit sa ating Math-Isip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our topic for today is all about solving problems involving rational expressions. Kung hindi nyo pa po napapanood yung ating lesson about simplifying rational expressions and operations on rational expressions, you can go back to our playlist para po makita natin yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng ating lesson. And before we begin, let me remind everyone, yung mga hindi pa po nakakapag-subscribe dyan, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell para po updated tayo sa mga bagong lessons natin. And to our fellow teachers, if you are interested with our PowerPoint presentations, you can visit our Facebook page or you can click the link in the description below to avail of our PowerPoint presentations. Okay, without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. Okay, our learning competency for today is to solve problems involving simple rational algebraic equations using cross multiplication. Let's begin with a review. First, i-review natin ano bang ibig sabihin ng rational algebraic expression. So remember, a rational algebraic expression is a fraction or yung tinatawag nating ratio where both the numerator and the denominator are polynomials and the denominator is not zero. Okay, so these are the examples of our rational algebraic expressions. And you also learn about simplifying rational algebraic expressions. So you can visit these videos later on pag hindi nyo pa po ito napapanood. Next one, we also learned about the operations on rational algebraic expressions. So you have to understand how to add and subtract rational algebraic expressions with same denominators at saka different denominators. You also need to learn, dapat dito alam na natin kung paano mag-multiply ng rational expression and at the same time how to divide rational expressions. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood ang mga ito po yung mga prerequisite na lesson natin para maintindihan nyo yung lesson natin ngayon. Okay, let's go back to equation. Okay, since our lesson for today involves algebraic equation, napag-aralan nyo ito nung grade 7. So in grade 7, you learned that equation is a mathematical statement that shows that two expressions are equal. Okay, so we have here x plus 3 is equal to 5. Equation meaning this is just balance. Okay, parehas po ang value ng nasa left side ng equal sign at saka yung nasa right side ng equal sign. And we also learned about solving equation, meaning if you solve an equation, you find the value of the unknown that makes the equation true. So what will be the value of x here that will make this equation true para maging balance sila? So the solution here is 2 because 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 and 5 is equal to 5. Both the expressions on the left and in the right side are equal. Kaya po yan tinawag na equation. Yun po ang gagawin natin ngayon. We are going to solve problems on rational algebraic equations. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to present here 3 problems, 3 examples so that you will understand the steps kung paano po tayo mag-solve ng problem. And then later on, I'm going to give you also practice exercises so you can also do it on your own. Alright, so let's begin with the first example. Okay, example number 1, we have here the problem. Let me read. A recipe calls for 3 cups of flour for every 2 cups of sugar. If you want to use 5 cups of sugar, how much flour do you need? Alright, so ang unang-una nating gagawin when it comes to solving is to understand and to find out kung ano yung hinahanap. Okay, so what are we looking for in this problem? Okay, so in our solution, we will represent the missing which is x. Let x be the amount of flour needed. Kasi ito po yung hinahanap natin. Okay, from this question, how much flour do you need? We will represent x as our answer. Now, let's give the equation. Okay, we will make an equation from the problem. Given, we have here 3 cups of flour for every 2 cups of sugar. Ang involved po dito ay isang ratio. Okay, kaya pag sinulat natin yung ratio, it is in a fraction form. So 3 cups ang gagamitin for 2 cups of sugar. 3 cups of flour for 2 cups of sugar. Now, we have here 5 cups of sugar. Paano naman natin malalaman yung number of or the amount of flour? So we are going to equate it with this ratio or fraction. We have x over 5. Tandaan yung 5 dito is yung sugar. So dapat nandito rin siya sa denominator just like in our first ratio. At kung ano yung nasa numerator, which is yung flour, yun din dapat yung katapat ng ating numerator dito, which also flour. Now, how do we solve for the value of x in this kind of equation? We can now use here yung method na tinatawag nating cross multiplication. So yung cross multiplication method, hindi lang po natin to ginagamit when we are dividing rational numbers or rational expressions. Okay, remember? Pero ito ginagamit din po natin ito when we are solving for a rational equation. Okay, so how do we do this? First, kung ano yung variable na hinahanap natin, it would be better na ito ang ilalagay natin dito sa left side. So unahin natin si 2 times x. Okay, so 2 times x is equal to 2x. And then yung nandito sa right side ng equal sign, we will multiply 3 and 5. So 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Ito na po yung ating equation. We have 2x is equal to 15 gamit yung cross multiplication. Now, how do we solve for x in this case? Okay, tandaan po natin yung mga properties natin na napag-aralan natin noon, nung grade 7, on solving algebraic equations. So, we can use the division property of equality wherein tatanggalin natin yung numerical coefficient dito na 2 by dividing it by itself para maging 1 at ang maiwan na lang ay x. So kung ano po yung ginawa natin dito sa left side, yun din ang gagawin natin sa right side. So we will also divide 15 by 2. Therefore, our answer, x will now be equal to 7.5 because 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. Ano po ang ating unit? It's the cups of flour needed in this problem. Okay, so ganun lang po ang pag-solve ng problem involving rational equation using the cross multiplication method. Okay, example number 2, we have here the denominator of a fraction exceeds the numerator by 8. If 2 is added to the numerator and 4 is subtracted from the denominator, the value of the resulting fraction is 5 over 6. What is the original fraction? Okay, so let's have the solution. So this is all about fractions. So una, let x be the numerator of the original fraction. So hinahanap natin yung original fraction. So dapat may numerator and may denominator tayo. Since yung mga given dito, dinidescribe niya yung mga numerator tsaka yung denominators separately. Now let's have x plus 8 be the denominator of the original fraction. Bakit siya naging x plus 8? Kasi sabi dito, the denominator of a fraction exceeds the numerator by 8. Meaning to say, we have here the original numerator plus 8. Kasi nga sabi niya exceeds. Okay? Nadagdagan ng 8. Okay? Next, the equation will now be basing from the second sentence. Sabi dito, if 2 is added to the numerator, ibig sabihin we have here x plus 2. Kasi nga ang numerator natin is x. So, if 2 is added, then it is x plus 2. How about the denominator? Sabi dito, 4 is subtracted from the denominator. So, ano yung denominator kanina dito? We have x plus 8. Mababawasan ng 4. So, it will be x plus 8 minus 4. Okay? Yun na po yung ating second statement. Now, ano pa po? The value of the resulting fraction is 5 over 6. So, ito yung third statement, meaning, we will equate this to a ratio which is 5 over 6 or a fraction which is 5 over 6. Ito na po yung magiging equation natin. X plus 2 over x plus 8 minus 4 is equal to 5 over 6. Now, let's solve for the original fraction. Let's solve for x. Okay, we have here x plus 2. Imumultiply lang natin siya. But before that, i-simplify muna natin itong x plus 8 minus 4 dito sa baba. So x plus 8 minus 4, it will be x plus 4. Okay? Because 8 minus 4 is 4. Equate natin ulit sa 5 over 6. Then dito na tayo mag-proceed sa cross multiplication. Okay? So x plus 2 times 6, it will be 6 times the quantity x plus 2. Okay? And then, ito naman, x plus 4 times 5, it will be 5 times the quantity of x plus 4. Now, if you are asking me, Sir, saan natin ilalagay, ano ang unahin nating imumultiply? Ito bang numerator sa denominator muna or itong denominator sa numerator muna? Pag ganito po na dalawang case, meron po tayong variable, kahit saan po dito pwedeng unahin. But I prefer itong numerator times the denominator muna. Ito ang nilalagay ko dito sa left side. At ito namang denominator times the numerator, ito po ang nilalagay ko sa right side. Now, let's distribute this one. Okay, we have here 6 times x and then 6 times 2. Okay, it will be 6x plus 12. Ito naman po, we have here 5 times x and then 5 times 4. It will be 5x plus 20. Okay? Now, can we simplify this further? Yes, we can because we have similar terms. Pagsasamahin po natin sila in one side of the equation. Okay, so we have here 6x tsaka 5x. Ilalagay natin si 5x dito sa left side. Okay, using what property? Kung ano po yung maalala nyong property na ginagamit natin when we are moving the terms. Okay, here we can use the subtraction or the addition property of equality wherein pwede tayong mag-subtract ng 5x, okay, para matanggal natin tong 5x na ito. Okay? At dito sa kabila, since nagtanggal tayo ng 5x dito sa right side, gagawin din po natin dito sa left side. So magtanggal din tayo ng 5x dyan, meaning minus 5x din po tayo. And then next one, since nandito pa si 12, tanggalin din natin dito sa left side si 12 para mailipat siya dito sa right side. Anong gagawin natin? Mag-subtract din tayo. Okay, 12 minus 12. Okay? So 12 minus 12, kung nag-minus tayo dito ng 12, magma-minus din po tayo sa kabila ng 12. Okay, para matanggal na po si 12 dito sa left side. Ang maiiwan na lang po dito is 6x minus 5x. Dito naman po is 20 minus 12. So we have here 6x minus 5x, it will be x. Okay? And then we have 20 minus 12, it will be 8. Okay, now kung expert na po kayo dito sa ating property, addition property of equality, you can even use the shortcut. Yung ibang teachers, ang tawag po nila dito is the transposition method or transposing. Meaning, kung meron po tayong isang unknown dito sa isang side, gusto nating i-isolate dito sa iisang side lang, we can just move it. 5x, ililipat mo siya dito from positive, magiging negative na siya. And then yung constant natin na 12, kung gusto mong ilipat dito sa right side, from positive, magiging negative siya. Okay? Yun po yung sinasabi nilang transposing. Okay? Yun po yung shortcut kapag naging expert na po kayo dito sa principles natin, which is yung addition property of equality. Okay, so now that we know the value of x, tapos na po ba tayo sa ating solution? Hindi pa po. So since we are looking for the original fraction, x here is just the numerator of the original fraction. And kanina, ang expression natin for the denominator is x plus 8. So ito rin po ang gagamitin natin para makuha yung value ng denominator. Alright, so again, this x here, which is 8, this is just the numerator. And to look for the denominator, we will use the expression x plus 8. Given dito sa ating problem, the numerator exceeds, the denominator exceeds the numerator by 8. Kaya siya x plus 8, ano? Isa-substitute lang po natin yung nakuha nating value ni x, which is 8, dito sa expression ni denominator. So from x plus 8 magiging 8 plus 8. Okay, because x is equal to 8. So 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. Therefore, the denominator is 16. Our final answer, the original fraction is now 8 over 16. Ito na po yung final answer natin. Okay, let's now proceed to our last example. Okay, we have here example number 3. Let me read. Camille is 4 years younger than her sister Angela. The ratio of Angela's age to Camille's age is 5 over 4. How old are they now? So if you notice, this is what we call an age problem. Okay? So first, what are we looking for? We are looking for the age of these two sisters. Okay? So let x be equal to Camille's current age, and then let x plus 4 be equal to Angela's current age. Kasi nga po, sabi dito, Camille is 4 years younger. Okay, mas bata si Camille. So let's represent it using x. And then si Angela, ibig sabihin, mas matanda siya ng 4 years. Okay, kaya siya naging x plus 4. Alright? Now, let's proceed to our equation. Here in our equation, we are going to base it here in the ratio. Sabi dito sa second sentence, the ratio of Angel's age to Camille's age is 5 over 4. Okay, so since ratio siya, gawin natin siyang rational expression. So una, si Angela, which is x plus 4, siya ang numerator dito. Kasi nga, ang ratio natin is naunang nabanggit si Angela, which is nasa numerator 5. Okay? And then yung nasa denominator naman is si Camille, which is x, yung age ni Camille. And then dito sa given, ang equivalent naman niya dito is 4 nasa denominator. So we will equate it to 5/4. That is the ratio. Alright, now we can now solve for the value of x here by using the cross multiplication method. So let's start with the numerator first. X plus 4 times 4. We have this expression 4 times the quantity x plus 4. Next one, denominator to numerator naman, we have x times 5, we will get 5x. Now let's simplify this by distributing 4 dito sa ating binomial. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 4 is 16. Now we will equate it to 5x. We can now solve for the value of x. Okay, let's combine yung mga unknown. So gaya nung sinabi natin kanina, we can use the addition property of equality. Okay? Or we can transpose kung gusto natin ng shortcut. So we have here 4x. Bawasan natin siya ng 4x dito. Okay? Ang una nating gagawin is tingnan natin kung ano ang mas magandang kung saan natin i-transfer yung mga unknown. Dito ba sa left side or dito sa right side? Pag dito sa left side natin transpose si 5x, magiging negative kasi yung sagot. Kaya mas maganda dito tayo sa right side mag-transfer para positive yung sagot natin, no? So let's have, we have here equal to 5x. Since nag-minus tayo ng 4x dito, mag-minus na din tayo ng 4x dito sa right side. Okay? Para ang mangyari, we have here 16 ang maiwan dito sa left side and then dito sa kabila, we will get x. Okay? So I repeat, dito ko siya nilagay yung x kasi nga kapag dito tayo sa left side, magiging negative x po siya. Okay? So wala pong problema dito. Parehas lang din po yun. Okay, now using reflexive property, pwede naman nating ilipat si x dito sa left side and then si 16 dito sa right side. Therefore, x is equal to 16. Okay? Ito na po yung age ni Camille. And then paano natin makukuha yung age ni Angela? Using this expression here, we just need to substitute yung value ng x dito sa expression. So from x plus 4, magiging 16 plus 4 na po siya. Therefore, 16 plus 4 is 20. This is now the age of Angela. So our final answer, Camille's age is 16 and Angela's age is 20. Okay? Yun po yung solution natin dito sa age problem. Okay, I hope you are now ready for our practice. Okay, I'll give you time to answer the following problem. Read each problem carefully, no? Represent the unknown quantity with a variable. You can use x or any variable you want. Set up a rational equation and solve it using the cross multiplication method. Okay, so meron din po tayong tatlong items dito. Bigyan ko po kayo ng time. You can pause this video or screenshot while you are doing it. Okay, and then I hope na magawa nyo siya on your own. And then later on, I'm going to show you the correct answer. Step by step pa rin po tayo para ma-compare nyo po yung inyong sagot. Okay, and while you are doing that, I will just show a short advertisement for our teachers. God bless po sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's now check your answers. Let's proceed with the first problem. Okay, so here we have a problem. To paint a fence, it takes 4 liters of paint for 6 meters of fence. How many liters of paint are needed to cover a 15-meter fence? Let's start with our representation. Let x be equal to the number of liters needed. And then for our equation, it will now be 4/6. Okay, yan po yung unang ratio natin. Now, for our second fraction or second ratio, it will now be x over 15, wherein we are looking for the number of liters needed, given the 15 meters fence. Okay, using the cross multiplication, we will multiply 6 times x, we will get 6x. 4 times 15, we will get 60. And then we will use the division property of equality para matanggal yung numerical coefficient dito. So 6x over 6, and then dito sa right side, we will also divide it by 6. Therefore, x is equal to 10. And what is x? This is the liters of paint. So we have 10 liters of paint. Okay, for exercise number 2, we have here the fraction problem. The denominator of a fraction exceeds the numerator by 6. If 2 is added to the numerator and 2 is subtracted from the denominator, the resulting fraction is 3/4. What is the original fraction? So in our solution, let's represent x as the numerator of the original fraction. And for our denominator, it will be x plus 6. In our equation, it will be x plus 2 over the quantity of x plus 6 minus 2 equals to 3 over 4 or 3/4. Now, let's simplify itong nasa baba denominator. It will now be x plus 4, okay, equals to 3/4. Now, let's cross multiply this. We will get 4 times x plus 2, and then we have here 3 plus times x plus 4. Okay, let's distribute. We have 4x plus 8, and here on the right side, we have 3x plus 12. Now, let's combine the unknown terms, which is yung 3x tsaka 4x, ilipat natin sa left side, okay, using the addition property of equality, at yung ating mga constant ililipat natin sa right side. Therefore, we will get x, okay, is equal to 4. Okay, 4x minus 3x is x, and then here 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. Yung x, yun po yung ating numerator, and then for our denominator, let's just substitute here in this expression. Yung x natin magiging 4, therefore 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. This is now our denominator. Our original fraction is 4/10 or 4 over 10. Okay? So ito na po yung ating final answer. Okay, next for our last exercise, we have here Lisa is 6 years younger than her brother Mark. The ratio of Mark's age to Lisa's age is 7/5 or 7 over 5. How old are they now? So let's represent x be the age of Lisa, and then we have x plus 6 be the age of Mark. The equation will be x plus 6 all over x is equal to 7 over 5 as the ratio. Now let's cross multiply. We have here 5 times x plus 6 is equal to 7x. Therefore, distribute natin to. 5 times x is 5x, and then 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, equals 7x. Lipat natin si 7x sa kabila, or pwede rin naman na si 5x ang ililipat natin dito sa right side para hindi maging negative yung sagot natin using the addition property of equality. Okay, therefore, magiging tatanggal si 5x dito, manilipat siya dito. So, we have 7x minus 5x, it will be 2x. Okay, now let's divide this 2 by 2 so that our x will be 15. Okay, therefore we have here x is equal to 15, and then 15 now is the age of Lisa. And then for our Mark's age, it will be from the expression x plus 6. Substitute natin si x, gawin natin 15. 15 plus x is 21. So Mark's age is 21. Our final answer, Lisa's age is 15 and Mark's age is 21. Okay, I hope nakuha nyo po yung mga tamang sagot sa ating mga exercises. And for now, we have more activity para mas ma-practice nyo. Okay, so just like in our exercises, parang ganun din po ang gagawin nyo dito. So I hope you can now answer this on your own. And I will no longer show you the answers, but if your teachers are using this PowerPoint presentation, you can check your answers later on. Okay, so God bless po ulit sa inyong mga pagsagot, and I hope ma-master nyo po yung ating problem-solving skills. Alright, for now, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you again sa mga susunod pa nating lessons. Bye-bye for now, and God bless po sa inyong lahat.
Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.